And welcome everybody to beautiful Main Street in downtown Woodbridge, as today TV 35 is proud to present the 6th Annual Veterans Parade. My name is Brian Molnar, and I will be joined by Vito Semaluca, the Director of Recreation for Woodbridge, as we bring you today's parade. We will be starting off the parade until we are joined by our regular announcing crew, Mayor John McCormick and Craig Hofflin. Vito, another beautiful day in Woodbridge.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian. I just want everybody to remember the veterans during this day, and actually every day, but especially today. Keep them in your prayers. They've done us a great service. They're the reason we can stand here today and do what we do every day and be free. So we thank them. We thank them every day.
And it really is, it's such an honor to have this parade on Veterans Day itself. And we usually do it the first Sunday in November, and it just so happened to fall into where Veterans Day, was today on a Sunday. And the past week and a half we had here in Woodbridge between Sandy and then the nor'easter, to have such a beautiful day for everybody to come out and honor our vets, because like you said, if it wasn't for their sacrifice, the sacrifice of their families, we wouldn't be here today doing this.
So true, and we still have to remember our men and women overseas, still serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. We have so many. If you look at the Colonia in the Woodbridge corner, Debbie Meehan puts their picture in it and shows the veterans that are in town serving our country. So remember those folks too.
Absolutely.
Woodbridge Police Department here showing off some of their new cars.
Yes, they always kick everything off. They do such a fabulous job for us, directing traffic on, there are roadways that have to be shut down to put on a parade like this, and they do a fabulous job. And coming into view right now is our honorary color guard for today's parade. It's the 6th Motor Transport Battalion from Red Bank, New Jersey, the Marine Corps Color Guard.
Looking sharp in their dress uniforms.
Yes. They kicked off our parade last year. And looking right behind them is American Legion Post 87. American Legion Post 87 every year hosts our parade.
Okay. Commander. Go ahead.
The commander for Post 87 is Ron Pakaski. Daniel Dunn is the vice commander. Wilfredo Santiago is the past commander, and Joyce Nadardo was the president of the Ladies Auxiliary. Post 87 was chartered on January 13th, 1928. It is an organization of veterans who served in the military during a time of war and crisis. The American Legion is the largest veterans organization in the world, and they are dedicated to helping veterans as well as active duty troops currently serving in our country. And right behind them are our Grand Marshals for today's parade. We have Ricky Jakes of the U.S. Marine Corps, Michael Barney of the U.S. Army, we have Robert Hall of the U.S. Army, and we have Jeff Mullins, also of the Army. They're our Grand Marshals today.
And of course, he's bringing the Bulldog with him to represent the Marines.
Yes. And here we have some more vets.
Have our dignitaries.
We have
Mayor
our dignitaries.
John McCormick, Congressman Leonard Lance, Joe Vitale, Assemblyman John Wisniewski, Assemblyman Greg Coughlin,
Senator Frank Pallone,
Frank Pallone,
Assemblyman Craig Coughlin, who will be joining the broadcast, Council President Greg Ficarra.
Councilman Kenny.
From the Board of Ed, we have Ezio Tamburello and Judy Liner, who both were just reelected. Also, Councilwoman Michelle Tramello. There's Board of Ed member Lawrence Malosha. And now we are joined by the Melrose Blackhawk Senior Drum and Bugle Corps. Colleen Norton is the drum corps leader. This group was founded by Mark Clemens and her late husband, Jim. Let's listen to the Blackhawks. Melrose Blackhawks Senior Drum and Bugle Corps. And now coming into view is American Legion T. Notley Post 471. Founded in 1958, 471 is very active American Legion post and is the largest in Middlesex County. They contribute time and energy to our community. They are very involved in the community as an active group. They work with school children, teachers, EMT, police, and fire. And they also started the Blue Star program in 2007, who we see coming into view now.
Do most of our honor and color guard for the township functions.
Yeah, the Blue Star Family Group is a great organization. They get together, they help other families, they meet, and they on the last Tuesday of every month, they meet with other families of servicemen and women who are active, and it's just a good support group.
They absolutely do fantastic work. They box up shavers and shaving cream and food and goodies to the troops and send it overseas.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And while we were talking, Cub Scout Pack 148 just came by, and they meet over at the T. Nolte Post 471. And here we have Hopalong VFW Memorial Post 1352. William Wisk is the commander. Steve Serr is the senior vice commander. Edward Wittos is the junior vice commander. Anthony M. Romano is the quartermaster. Thomas Gocek is the chaplain. Pasquale Casanova is the judge advocate. And Stephen Holacek is the first year trustee.
Pack 523.
Yep. Cub Scout Pack 523. Manny Remoligato was the Cub Master. Welcome 523 to today's parade.
Awesome showing.
Yes. And now we have Colonial Memorial VFW Post 6061. Bill Sisko is the post commander. Tom Kaminsky is the president of the Men's Auxiliary. They are a fraternal veterans organization that helps veterans in the community.
Yep. Looking fine with their colors, hanging it like the two young men in the front with the camouflage on.
Yep, posting their colors. Here's some motorcycles coming ahead. And now we have the Woodbridge Township American Irish Association. Ken Egan is the president. Ken Gardner is the vice president. Barbara Lessig is the recording secretary. Frank Diorsi is the corresponding secretary. Barbara Thompson is the financial secretary. Cindy Chakovich is the treasurer. And Dan Harris is the sergeant at arms. Woodbridge Township American Irish Association is a nonprofit organization working for the benefit of the Woodbridge Township. They sponsor the annual St. Patrick's Parade here in Woodbridge, which is one of the biggest parades in the state of New Jersey.
They're always looking for members.
They do a fabulous job with the parade. We see Claire Malosha with the sash. She was the president last year.
Avenel Memorial Post.
Yes, Avenel Memorial Post 7164. VFW located in
Joe
Avenel.
Nelson, commander.
And here is their motorcycle honor guard.
These folks are also very involved with the veterans and do stuff for our men and women serving overseas.
Yeah, and Post 7164, Joe Nelson is the commander. Chris Bober is the District 8 commander. They also have their Ladies Auxiliary marching with us today.
bikes.
They always come out very strong with a big contingent.
Got the Boy Scout group coming up. Bikes are loud and the boys like showing off the chrome.
Oh, yeah. And here we have Boy Scout Troop 143. Jim Crawwell's the Scoutmaster. Lou Pelosi is the Senior Patrol Leader. Jason Desumchek is the Assistant Senior Patrol Leader. This troop has boys from the range of 11 to 18 years of age. We'd like to invite other boys to come in and join their adventure. Troop 143 is sponsored by the Woodbridge Elks Lodge 2116 and meet on Tuesdays at the Woodbridge Elks on Railway Avenue at 7:30 p.m.
Woodbridge Township is known for having a very strong community in Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America. And now the Kelly Temporaries are going to step aside.
No, we're going to bow out and we're going to leave it to the professionals.
Professionals.
Now.
Here we
We're
go.
going to step aside.
No, step in with them.
I'm going to say hello. All right, let me say hello and then I'll step back and the mayor can interview you.
Are they on TV now?
Hey, everybody. How are you? John McCormick, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you at our regular seats. John, it's what
Yes,
a
it
day.
is.
What an incredible day this really is.
A beautiful, gorgeous day, much needed in Woodbridge and all over the state of New Jersey after the 12 days that everybody just went through with some crazy lady named Sandy. She wreaked havoc on our town and other towns around us, even a lot worse, but we're glad we can relax.
are. Good chance for people to get out, show their pride.
Get a little bit back to normal.
It seemed like a sense of normal. I'm going to step out for a second, let you talk to Congressman-elect from the 6th District, Congressman new to us, existing Congressman, but Frank Pallone.
Frank, welcome to Woodbridge. You've been here for about a year and a half, making stops once you realized you were going to be, even before you realized you were going to be potentially representing us, but you've been here quite a bit. Now you are officially our congressman-elect, and in about 45 days you'll be our congressman.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you had the Veterans Day parade today. I know a lot of them were canceled in my district because of the storm, and I can understand that, but it's also important that we show that we can get back to normal as best we can. And so it's really great to be here today for the parade.
We just saw our Girl Scouts 80028, 80063, 62, 80469, and they always said 80228. And now we have the Colonia Patriots flag team followed by the band.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a beautiful day. I mean, it must be in the 70s right now. And so there are a lot of people that came out to watch, and we just finished marching through, but we're now watching the parade as different bands go by.
Kevin Perdoni's the band director. Catalina Chesney is the drum major. They do about 30 gigs a year, parades, pep rallies, games, competitions. And they'll be going to Florida in May to lead the parade down Main Street, USA, in the Magic Kingdom for the 4th time. And anybody who's ever seen that, there's nothing like the parade down Main Street in the Magic Kingdom.
That's absolutely right, Mayor. And as we said, the crowd reflects the nice weather and the desire to get outside. It's really
Let me tell you something
probably
about
the biggest crowd we've ever had.
It is. The Avenel Detachment of the Marine Corps League changed their name officially to the Corporal Kevin J. Reinhardt Detachment of the Marine Corps League. That is such a fitting tribute because it's forever. It is absolutely forever. We'll never forget Corporal Reinhardt and his sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. And it's just such a great and noble thing that they've done for the community of Woodbridge Township.
Yeah, it's a tragedy for the whole community, and the community really poured out, if you recall, going to
I never will see
Corporal
anything like
Kevin
that.
Reinhardt's
That group of people lining Inman Avenue for the funeral. Never will see anything like that in my life or your life or anybody. We'll
I still
never
get chills thinking about it.
Oh, my gosh.
To today.
We turned the corner in the car that day, and I just was dumbfounded by how many people came out. Kids with flags coming out of the schools.
I mean, you couldn't help but have tears in your eyes.
Absolutely.
Next up, Cub Scout Pack 31.
That's true.
From Port Reading. Oh, sorry.
It says Pack, but that's definitely true.
It says Pack on our phone. It says Troop 31 here from Port Reading. Boy Scouts. And they're Boy Scouts, not Cub
Brennan's
Scouts.
there, and
we came darn close.
They're good. Yeah.
We got the 31.
Real good group of kids and adults. That's true. The Troop 31. They came in my office last week talking about having a spaghetti dinner for the victims of the flood. I mean, what a gesture. You know,
Really?
right away, the first thing you think of is to help others. You don't think of yourself, and they want to have a spaghetti dinner on December 1st, and we're going to do everything we can to help them.
Next up is the 7th Virginia Cavalry, Company A, Major Gary Drake, the commanding officer. First Sergeant is Jim Donovan. The aide-de-camp is Karen Kaliga. The 7th Virginia Cavalry Company is a Civil War reenacting unit. They run the Civil War Living History Weekend at Parker Press. Next year, the event will be held on August 3rd, so mark your calendar, 3rd and 4th. And they also won first prize for the marching group in the 2011 holiday party. And
maybe Congressman Pallone should talk about the Civil War group, since
and we're sorry
he's
for
the
the
oldest
loss.
one here. He probably met a few of them back in the day, you know?
Thank you, Mayor. I do remember going to the camp, though, that they had last August, right across from Town Hall, and it was really interesting. They had tables with different books about the Civil War. A lot of the people were wearing Civil War uniforms and costumes, and they were reenacting, some of the historical facts. So it's really a good group. I think it's the only group in the whole state like that, if I'm not mistaken.
It might be. When I talk to the guy who plays Lincoln, and one year I just read some of, I'd never finished the book, The Team of Rivals, the book about Lincoln.
Yeah.
So it was fresh in my mind, and I started talking to this guy, acting like I know what I was talking about. And this guy knew everything possible about Lincoln. Here I am showing up, man, William Seward this, and, Andrew Johnson that, and he just blew me away. And this guy was the top of his head.
I know.
He looked like Lincoln, he acted like Lincoln, and I think he was Lincoln.
No,
Maybe
it was
he should
really
have played him
interesting.
instead of Daniel Day-Lewis in the
Now we have the Marines. Let's see, what does it say
Central Jersey
there?
Leathernecks Marine Corps League, Kelly Terrell.
And they still do a lot of work for the community. They sponsor Toys for Tots, scholarships, Boy Scout organization, and Veterans Affairs activities. So they continue to
Wells
serve.
is Commandant. Hey, what's going on? A lot of guys there from Colonia Post of the American Legion, which, let's turn the page here. Oh, there, that's what it is.
There we
American
go.
Legion Post 248, Colonia. Provide funding for the Stars and Stripes and All Glory music hours at the Menlo Park Veterans Home. Maintain the Memorial Island at the corner of New Dover Road and Shannon Hills Road. And they provide a lot of donations, and they have the greatest steak night of the year on the second Friday. Congressman, you've been to that steak night with me a few times.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Oh, here we go. Free Thanksgiving meal will be served to those in need this holiday, November 22nd, 2012, from 12 to 3. Post 248 will open its doors on Thanksgiving Day for those facing hard times and everyone in need of a holiday meal. Contact Glenn Cohen, 732-910-9957. And if you, we talked about the steak night they
every
run.
second Friday.
In fact, they invited the Reinhardts right after a month after he passed, and it was such a very touching time. It was one of the first times out in public, the family.
Really?
And they walked into a group of just, friendly faces and former Marines and veterans, and it was just a really, really good night.
I think this may also be the longest line of march we've seen there.
I think
John.
so.
And it's really
A lot of scout groups, a lot of veterans groups.
So let's take a couple of minutes to just talk about the town and where we're at now. Any people still left without power?
Well, everybody's got power. A lot of people are not in their homes. A lot of foundations destroyed. A lot of homes not inhabitable.
How many homes do you think in overall?
Probably about 25 homes had enough damage that they were declared uninhabitable. We've been making the rounds, talking to people about gas and electric and what they have to do to get different things done, and it's been tough, but no loss of life, no injuries.
Yeah, thank God. And the gas lines seem to have eased. I don't see them anymore.
I think they're still rationing it.
They are. It's still odd even, but I suspect that's short term at this point.
Yeah. No, people in town. Let me tell you, the firehouses, the first aid squads, our police force, phenomenal. Public Works started cleaning up on Tuesday.
Right.
The storm was not over. A couple hours. They're already out picking up trees and branches.
And Town Hall never closed.
Town Hall never closed. Pat Kenny, our emergency management coordinator, was fantastic.
And now up the Woodbridge Memorial Post, 4410. Al Jankowski is the commander. Post established back in 1948. They're veterans of foreign wars, dedicated to helping other veterans and their families, as well as the people of Woodbridge. And they've been involved in many, many community activities, sponsoring a food bank and others. And there we see Cub Scout Pack 35, Jim Leonardo, the
Hey, guys.
troop leader.
There's Eric Lang.
Eric Lang, one of the lawyers for the town. That's the pack my boys used to belong to.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, back in the day. Jim Leonardo's been around there for a while, along with his wife, committee chairwoman Robin Hill. It's a terrific organization sponsored by Our Lady of Peace Church, and they've been serving Fords for 60 years, John. 60 years. They celebrate this anniversary.
And there's Eddie Gorman. All
Eddie
you got to know
Gorman.
about Eddie, he landed on Normandy and he's here today.
Exactly right. And then with him, of course, Stu Brandow, another decorated veteran.
One of the very, very popular and hardworking veterans in town. Stu's everywhere, Ed's everywhere.
Absolutely. They're really terrific guys.
What's going on? Yeah, you too, you too.
A couple of World War II vehicles as well, as we see them driving by. So, Congressman, how many other parades do you have today?
Well, most of them were canceled, actually, so this is the only one. I'm glad you're having it, though, because I think it's important. You know, we want to show that we're getting back from the storm, but I can understand a lot of them were canceled, unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't cancel stuff in Woodbridge unless we actually can't have it,
No,
right,
we
man?
do not. Woodbridge Township Ambulance and Rescue Squad, Steve Packer, the president, Ed Barrett, the chief, a group that's helped us out many times, and we've had issues with squads
Yeah,
over the last couple of years.
They've been a busy guy. I saw Pat Kenny and what a phenomenal job he had done today. I said, do you ever get a day off? He said,
Pat-
I could use one.
Pat, he's going to go to Atlantic City, I think, tonight or tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, I think.
I'm just hoping that they can wake him from his 24-hour sleep.
Yeah, he really did pour
We
himself
call
into
Pat
it.
Radar O'Reilly because whatever we need, Pat can find it. You know, you want
Oh,
cots,
yeah.
you want first aid supplies, you want bottled water, you want milk, you want paper clips, whatever you need during an emergency, Pat Kenny can
There
find
we
it.
go. Some members of the CERT team.
That's I'm just going to talk about the CERT team.
Well,
They
go
run
ahead,
the
then.
shelter. Community Emergency Response Team, Low Lobby, Skip Lance, the deputy, they run the shelter up at the community center, and they went above and beyond the call of duty. They did
Thank
such a
you.
good job.
They were
Hey, Cher.
tireless, John. They were really there around the clock. You know, and you can't forget that the folks who go out and do this stuff are doing it and leaving their own home
Their home
and their
could be
own
flooded.
families.
Your basement could be flooded, could be
and
tree in
and
their
they're
roof.
answering the call first and foremost to help other
Yep,
people.
They
I
have
mean,
no power, and they're here.
right.
People get power.
You know, and they're leaving their spouses or children.
Yep, it's
because
phenomenal.
They have that kind
Johnny?
of commitment, and we're a luckier, better place because of them. And so that will do it. Our special guest, has been Congressman Frank Pallone, and welcome to representing Woodbridge. Do a good job. We'll be watching.
You know, from the front of this parade, it started maybe 1:35. So we went all the way from the front to the end in
Right.
under half an hour.
That's right. We'd like to thank Brian Molnar and Vito Simaluka for
Jen Sheedy,
Jen
she does all
Sheedy?
the work. They get all the credit.
for stepping in and making us look bad.
And then Vito, the guys did a great job with the community center too, because
They
all of a
really
sudden, you know, their house was taken over for 7 days and nights.
Right.
And they still managed to keep the place looking good. Still a great operation.
So that will do it, Mayor. As always, a beautiful day. Congratulations and thank you to our veterans. It's a tribute. It's an honor to be able to honor them by celebrating this parade. So that will do it for the annual Veterans Parade. For John McCormick, Craig Coughlin saying thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the holiday parade. Bye-bye.